What have you got going on here, Balti? Huh? Oh, you found something? Found something? What's going on here? What? What kind of strange egg is this? Huh? What did you just find, Balti? Look at this, open up. What is this? What? Say what? Oh, is this what I think it is? Oh, it's the Polemaster from QHYCCD. What an odd thing to find in an egg. And what kind of egg is this, eh? That's the weirdest thing I've seen. Too big for a duck egg. Look at here. There's a cable for it. Whoa. What did you guys just lay here? What? Amazing. And you found it, Balti? That's crazy. Whoa. Alright, you guys. Did you just lay this? Well, if you want to do that again, ASI 2600. Yeah, you can fit that in an egg. Yeah, do that. Wow. Looky here. What do you say about that, Balti? Oh, we have to take this inside and take a look, yeah? I have to dig around here some more first and see if there's any other parts to it, yeah? Wow. Alright, so I dug around a little bit in the hay there and I could find this piece as well, hiding in there. Is a Celestron AVX adapter for the Polemaster, yeah. So I had to make 3D print a little adapter for that. So this then fits onto this, which then mounts on top of this column, which sits straight and aligned with the RA axis. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. So what we can do now, so we can take the Polemaster and we can just get that in there, push it in place, screw that on, yeah, and what do you look at that? Freaking beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to test it out, yeah? Ooh, yeah, I hope that works. We've had a bit of a problem with the polar alignments and I really hope this works out to iron those little kinks out. One thought that I have is that I might connect have the poloscope, and once I have this aligning the mount properly, I could then align up the poloscope, so that is also spot on, and then maybe I just use the poloscope after that. But we'll see. Yes. So that's it. Oh yeah, no, that's not really it. A little small changes here to the setup. So as you can see here, I made the black box slightly larger. Yeah. So now it also encloses the power supply. I made this part of the black box larger, so it also covers up the cabling from the declination motor and all that. I still, yeah, have a little bit of thing going on there, but that's all right. Yeah, so beautiful, eh? Beautiful. So, yeah, we're just gonna wait for some good weather so we can go out and test this bad boy. Right, so I don't think that you'll see anything much good here, but I'm just gonna keep you on in view here anyway. So what I'm going to do now is the polar alignment. Yeah. So I've got my Polemaster, which is one of the best things to slice bread. Yeah. Plug that in here. And I need to have, it's a quite good MacBook, this, but it's fairly old, battery's shit. So if I got this outside in the cold for just a little bit too long, it just dies on me. So it needs to have power. So I need to... Well, this is a good starting point, I think. Yeah, so what we're gonna do... We're gonna go and press connect here from the menu. And then straight away we have an image of some stars. So that would be Polaris from my very rough polar alignment. So set the parameters to the left to make more stars around Polaris visible. I think these looks quite nice, but let's just increase it slightly. Yeah, let's go with that. Double click Polaris and use the rotate slider on the left to rotate the template to match up the stars around Polaris. Okay. Right. So let's use this little rotator. Go back a bit. So, well, maybe not perfect. Can I? Yeah, okay. Alright, I guess that's as good as it's gonna get. Success! So, choose a star other than Polaris, double click it in the image. Remember this star, you will be selecting it again in the following steps. Yeah, let's go with this one. It's nice and bright. Okay, rotate your RA axis in that direction indicated by the arrow. Now, at the top of the screen, rotate minimum of 30 degrees. Okay. Surely that's 30 degrees. Okay, double click, same star again. Okay, keep rotating. Alright. Finish, double click the star. What was that star, was it? I have one job. Okay, turn the RA axis back to home position. Ensure that the star stays on the circle. Okay, so I guess the little cross in the center there is the polar axis. Okay, finish, and I think that was correct. Double click Polaris and double click templates. Okay. Pretty good. Well, they can't all be perfect, can they? Finish. Using your Alt and Azimuth knobs, move Polaris into the center of the small rotating circle, now shown in the image. So it doesn't look like it's that far off, to be honest with you. Yeah. So I'm going to start with the azimuth or altitude. See where we are. Okay, so that's not really it. Let's go with azimuth. Which one are we using? That's the one. So I guess I should have this thing in the circle here so I can see what the fuck's going on. Right. I'd say that's bullseye, yeah? Perfect. Finish. Double click Polaris and use the rotate slider to rotate template and match it. Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. Didn't have to do much. It was pretty good. Yes. Success. Start monitor. This button. Okay, we are pretty good. I think, if that's what I think it is. Use the altitude enhancement bolts only to move Pleiades rectangle on top of the axis circle. So we're almost there, right? So I'm trying to move by only using the well, I'm trying to see what happens if I only use the locking knobs on the mount. I'm just trying to adjust it a little bit. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get that any better. Okay, I'm gonna say that is bloody brilliant. Was that it? Fucking hell, that wasn't too bad. Yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna quickly get Pleiades in the view and try to start imaging, and then we'll see what happens. Yeah, so let's get on to that. That was very rewarding, nice. I don't think I'm gonna stare up the polescope much more, I'd say. It's a pain to get the laptop out, but if this is good, then it's worth it. Yeah, so we are shooting Pleiades tonight. So I have just performed my polar alignment using the Polemaster, and it was quite satisfying. Using that, I will keep doing that. The only unsatisfying thing is using the laptop out there, but you know, it was okay. It was okay. Yeah. So guiding here after that is not too bad. Yeah. We just went over 1 arcsecond in right ascension there. Doing 5-minute exposures just to test it out. So this is basically still 1 frame, which means that that's pretty much what we have in RMS motion. Here's first frame coming in. Okay. Could I have framed this differently? Oh, maybe. Could have brought it down a little bit, perhaps, but I don't want to fiddle around with it. I think that's okay. Yeah. We're gonna see much of the nebulosity right there. I'll do. So I'm doing a whole bunch of blues to start out with, since this is a very blue target, and the moon is going to rise, so I want to get a bunch of blue done before that, and some green. So I'm doing half an hour each color, and then another half an hour each color, and then I think I'm doing 2 minutes just to mix it up a bit. Declination is also taking a turn down here. Well, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of it. Yeah. So, also we have moon tonight. I don't know really exactly how much we have. Is it 50% something? Should be rising here in a bit. Actually, it should be rising now. So we're shooting over here, so we're not going to have the light straight into us. But anywho, yeah, well, guiding is not unsatisfying. Yeah. Alright, so this was not supposed to be a review on the Polemaster from QHYCCD. So let's just call it a first impression. Yeah. So the first impression you actually just saw there on the video when I connected this up to my MacBook with the desktop software. So basically from connecting it until I had a really nice polar alignment, which ended up being about 0.5 arc minutes in polar alignment error. It was about 5 minutes. Yeah. And that is the best polar alignment I ever had, actually, with a polar scope on any mount. Like with the polar scope or with the Celestron's All-Star polar alignment, it's never been that good. There might be like just a pure luck where I've had it close to or just around 1 arc minute. Yeah, so as a first time use, that was really, really nice. And I really like the software, how it steps you through the process. It's super intuitive. I just find that it works really well. It's a shame that you can't use it on the Raspberry Pi. I actually installed it on Ubuntu Mint, but it just didn't connect and work properly. So from now, I just have to use my laptop with a desktop software for it. Yeah, I mean, I've been using it a couple of nights now, and I've had it, with a polar alignment error of about 0.3, 0.5, 0.7 arc minutes. One time I had it at 3 arc minutes, but still that is one of the best I've had it with polar scope or All-Star polar alignment anyway. So, but the norm seems to be in sub-arc minute range anyway, and that is really nice. And within 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna suffer the laptop and just have this out for 5 minutes and get it done and dusted. I said in the video that I was going to align my polar scope so that I could use that instead, but it ended up being a little bit more complicated with the mount for the polar scope not being perfectly square. So I've de-rigged it. I'm just going to use this. I might stick it on if I move the mount somewhere else to pre-align it for this, but this is going to be my main polar alignment tool. Yeah, and so that's it. As I said, the software is really nice and intuitive, and it's just how it takes you through the whole process is super nice. If you want to have a polar alignment error because of you want to have a certain drift in declination or something, I mean, that's also very easy to control. I mean, since you see how your polar alignment comes together, you can just throw it off slightly. So, I mean, and you'll see how much you're off. So that is really, really good. I'm using Mac. I just assume that the Windows software is the same. I did actually find an Android mobile app for this, and it was actually sold by QHYCCD. The funny thing is that it was sold by them. Yeah, I mean, you make the hardware, you usually have the software available for whoever buys the hardware. So that alone was a bit strange, I thought. Also, there was no reviews for it. The ones that I could dig out, they were really bitter, like it was disconnecting or it wasn't connecting. It was unintuitive, and that just feels strange since the desktop software is so intuitive. How could you make a mobile app that is unintuitive? Yeah, I don't know, but I can't really say what that was just one review saying it. But anyway, as long as it costs money, like $15, and there's no good reviews, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to suffer the laptop for this. But yeah, it's 5 minutes and then it's done and dusted. So I can do that. Yeah, so that's it. First impression is super good. Anyway, I'll keep using it with me working on my Lucid Mount. It's just so nice to know that the polar alignment is a very small variable to worry about. Yeah, that's it.